Hi everybody, this is Teri from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts group. Also, the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel membership, which you can join by just clicking the join button right below the video. It's $1.99 a month. You get 2 live sessions a month so that we can interact and talk about what we're doing, and then also a 25% discount in the shop, and that includes the journals. Okay, hopefully it'll be fun. I just started this and as an experiment to see how it would go, and I would be very happy, and I would love for you to join us. Okay, so now this is video 5 in my design team project for Sunflowers and Doors, and it's called Steampunk Blues, and we're already almost done. We've gotten all of this done already. And this and the spine and the back, and that's a flip up that we made. I kind of messed it up after the fact, trying to put a charm on and make the hole go all the way through. It was my fault. I should have put the front and the back papers on first and then done the eyelets. Okay, just a little word to the wise. I thought I'd be smart, do the eyelets and hide the back by putting this paper on over them, and that did not work at all. It worked here because we weren't going to hang anything from it, and it was okay to see the paper underneath. But over here where I wanted to hang a charm, it didn't work so well. So just a word to the wise, keep an eye on what you're really trying to accomplish before you put your eyelets in. So now we're in here. We did our notebook, which I think turned out pretty cool. And now so all we have to do is 7 and 8 in the journal. So for page 7 and page 8, it's going to be the paper, a pocket, and that's going to be all, because it's going to be inside. This one's going to be covered by the journal, and this one is going to be in front of the journal. So we can get these two done fairly quickly, and then we can go to sewing in the signature, which is going to be pretty easy too. Well, maybe for you guys. I don't sew very well anymore. What is this? So let's get our sheet, which we may have to cut down, but it will be the right height. Okay. And remember, you have to pull this out from the top, and you have to get this under the belly band to get it out. Let me mark this so I can cut it in half. I can't see the little bump from where I scored it. It's just easier for me. Okay. Oh, this is kind of cool. Have we used the owl yet? I don't think so. This is pretty cool. There's a tag that tags that come with the kit that I'd like to use in the pockets. There's this one. I thought I had the ones I wanted to use paper clipped. Oh, I didn't. And I think we'll use this one because we're going to use the pockets that have the lady on them. So we're going to set that one to the side for right now. In fact, we're going to set all 3 to the side for right now. And we're going to set this to the side. We're going to check this for the width. I'm going to cut off on the side where his wing is already cut off. Wow, actually, that pretty much fits, doesn't it? Let me trim this little bit of white off, maybe a 1/16, so we can see the border on the sides of the thing. This is a little loosey-goosey, isn't it? I may have to figure out something, maybe a Velcro dot behind it, to where you have to kind of like pull it up and then bring it down, because that would work as a fix after the fact. Okay. Yeah, that worked better. Okay, let's get this glued on there. Like I said, this should take 5 or 6 minutes. We'll do the journal, which I just have enough papers left over, I think, that I'm going to make this small journal with the papers that I have. I don't think I'm going to print anything out again, but you're more than welcome to print the whole kit out again and make a thicker journal. Just remember, you've only got this 1/4 inch gusset to work with. Now the pocket I have for here is this one, but I'm going to trim off the gussets. I don't want my my card falling out. The way I saw the one that I saw that I really liked, they just had papers in the back, I think. I'm not sure they even put anything on them. I'm going to trim this a little bit because it's white right here from my scan and cut. So I'm going to cut this angle a little bit. Not the angle of it or anything, I'm just trimming it down a little bit. So all of this is trash. Sorry about the different angle. Well, it's a little bit different of my crafting table. I bumped my camera with my head, and then I had the heck of a time getting it relined up. And I don't want to cover this little guy. I'll just glue the pocket on. We're going to line it up down here. And we should see most of the owl and the little owl. Okay, and then we're just going to do the same over here. Looks like it has a little bit of a white edge. I trimmed those by hand. That's entirely my fault. Can't blame that on the scan and cut. Although I could put them on the scan and cut and it would cut the borders, but it's kind of pointless to stand there and wait for it to read the image and all that. I do them all by hand. And we're going to put that one there. I really like this one with the clock. What if I made this the page? Yeah, we're going to have to trim that down. And made it as a flip up. Can't really do a flip out because if we fold it here, we're going to lose this wing. Unless we did it the other way around. Put him down and trim him from this side. So I'm going to turn him upside down just to get him trimmed. So he's going to be the paper either way, but we could make this a flip out and extend the width of the journal itself, couldn't we? Put it back here. fold it because I really, really, really like this. And that'll give us enough to score. And then we'll put the pocket right here. Let's do it this way. That'll give us a full half. Okay, get my scoreboard out. Change of plans right at the end. We can't really put a charm on it because it will, where do they mark to score it? Oh, it's on the back side of the paper. Let's see what side that is on the front. Yeah. Looks like I need to trim a little bit off the bottom. It's white, with a little white line. I'm putting the scoreboard on the left now because I can do it without turning all the way around. I can grab it, but I keep forgetting. I need to ink both of these. It won't take any more time to make it a flip out than it will just to put the page down. Look at that, it comes right out with the clock right in the center. I'll be right back. I thought I would leave my early alarm off because it would have gone off while I was in the shower. And I forgot to turn my 5 a.m. alarm off. That tells me to put the weekly or the daily thing up. So I put up the Sell It Thursday image up so you guys could post your Etsy shops and Ko-fi or whatever you've got with your stuff for sale. You really need to advertise your Ko-fi shop if you have one. I don't aggressively advertise mine, and therefore I sell a lot of my journals. I'm getting ready to move my journals, I think, to eBay and see if I can sell them over there, you know, as unique, one-of-a-kind, handmade, interactive journals. Okay, let's get this guy inked. We could use one of our other pockets on the inside of the flip out as well, and that way we'll use our third tag. What do you know? Okay, let's get this glued on here. Just gave myself a paper cut, I think. Let's put the pocket back here. Use this pocket on this side. I've forgotten. Yesterday it was so nice. It was like 55, so I turned my heater off. Then I forgot to turn it back on. I think I forgot to ink the other pocket. The glue's dry by now, though. Personally, I hate watching people ink. I apologize. Surely I could have done that ahead of time. Yeah, I took a shower and I turned the first alarm off for 4 a.m. because I got in the shower at 20 till. I didn't want it going off as soon as I got out of the shower. I'm in there maybe 10 minutes. I'm one of those quick shower takers. Quick change artist. I was thinking we could put the other pocket on the front right here. Kind of like that. You know, we could do for decoration, we could put some eyelets down here. This time I'm going to measure. I want them to be in. Mm, 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches. That should work. For decoration, we can't put a charm on it. It goes into the middle of the well, this one's a little farther apart somehow, or maybe it's an optical illusion. I'm not sure. And then we'll put some gears on. You've seen me do the gears already, so I'll probably just wait and do those afterwards so you don't have to watch that, and we can get that journal sewn in. Trick is to get it lined up and go straight in. There we go. Oops, I should have gone ahead and done it. That one came back out. Normally they don't. I just moved my mat, seriously. The only other word I have left is corset, and there's no corset wearing going on. So I'm not going to use that word. Okay. One thing about these that are a little bit bigger, they sit right down on that little bump really easily. And let's see, we're going to want, I think I want a magnet on it to hold it shut. And then I'll make a 1-inch circle. You know, I could use one of these as the magnet, you know, closure, and not have to put a magnet on the inside. Wonder if that would work. Probably close to the edge, isn't it? That one's better. We'll see when we go to glue the page down, huh? That saves us an... There's also these that we haven't used. I think you could use these as pockets in your journal. I made this card. There's no circles, although a circle would be easy to make. But there's these kind of tabs as well that you could put on your pages. Okay. I really like these. I wonder... if we had made these tucks instead of pockets, they would have fit. Or if you like the picture but don't really care about the tab, you could cut it along this red line and make it into a second tag for the inside. But I think what I would do is wait and use the other these other pockets because they're bigger. And these cards fit right in without any alteration. And put them on pages inside your journal, okay? We're not going to decorate the journal. We're just going to sew it in. And then you can use those 3 pockets and extra 3, where you're going to have 5 pockets, 6 pockets left over. See, without the gusset, it makes this a little tight. So we're going to have to trim a little off this edge. I'm going to trim his beak off. Then I'll put an eyelet at the top up here with a charm. Okay, let's get this page glued in. And we'll trim the other one down to fit. I put glue on the magnet. And around the page. So let's see how it works. Oh, the key and stuff is There's a little bump there that there's no way to glue down, I don't think. But I think it'll be fine. All right, let's yeah, see, and we put the eyelets in the pocket too. Should have moved it over. But I didn't think of that. And I'll have to ink these too. Oh, look, that one fit right in. Okay, so we got that. And then I don't think I want to put the third pocket on the front. I like the pipe. I like the eyelets. I don't think we need the pocket here. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do something about this. We'll do that. That works. And that holds it in. Okay. So we've got this part done. All we need to do now is sew this in. Let me get my sewing kit real quick. I forgot to get it out. It's right behind me though. Thread. Oh, there it is, the tube with the needles. And that's all you need. Okay, let's oh, I have to get the page. These are the pages I have left. Some of them do have the white edges. They're all plain on the back. And they all have, I think it's the same side blank. And I think each one has a picture. So I don't think I'm really going to have to do any kind of sorting. As far as that goes, oh no, there's one on the opposite side. So we'll make sure these two girls aren't next to each other. Wow, I did a really bad job trimming this, didn't I? I think I didn't look at the back when I was trimming them. I think I just looked at the front. I'm not going to ink these. I think they're all on this side, and there was one or two on the other side. I think that's what it was. Now, this came with 15 bonus pages. I really like this page. I'm going to put this on the outside. And that'll be our journal cover. Got one page that's plain on the front and the back. With all the writing area, I'm not sure we need it. you know, with these all being blank, and I think these last two are like that. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them out. See what we want in the middle. I like that one. Let's use the owl for our center. Use this for our cover. Now, let me get my cushion out. I don't measure. I just do center and about 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. Center is going to be pretty easy to find. And I do go all the way down and make a bigger hole. And I kind of go like this to make it even bigger. Because I don't, like I said, I have a little problem. And you may not want to do it that way. Whoops, all the way through the glass. Okay, then I'm going to take these. I don't think it's going to be that hard to go through this, but I will go ahead and just poke them ahead of time. Actual sewing is very easy. Where's my cork? My friend sent me this and I just appreciate that it has the cork on it so bad or so much. Forgot to fill my iced coffee. Wait a minute. I'm using waxed thread. 1, 2, 3, and a smidge. I use a big needle. Most people probably would use a sewing needle, but I use a rather large needle. But it did come in the bookbinding kit, so I don't feel so bad. This is a little bit smaller than the one I normally use, so I'm going to give it a whirl. So I want the bow on the inside on this one, so I'm going to start by going out through the center. And in through the top. pull this to one side, go down to the bottom, and then we're just going to come back up through the center and we'll be done sewing it in. Okay, so come back up through the center. Back up through the center. And we'll tighten everything up. Okay, I want this thread, one to be on one side and one to be on the other. Let's get it all pulled tight. Yeah, see, that's the extra. And just tie a knot. See? Tie another knot. It's easy when you've got all that extra thread. Then, oh, that could be tighter. Darn it. Anyway, so now it's sewn into the journal. Guess I'll save the long piece. Oh, look, I sewed that into this. I missed the hole on the bottom. And look how loose it is. Okay. So I'm just going to cut one of the threads and cut the other one. I'm going to have to do it again. Thought I had done so good. 1, 2, 3. One of our gears came off. Or was it just laying there? I don't see where it goes. But we're going to try to ignore this hole and come back through the center. I don't know where that one went. We'll have to take a look and see if we can see where it went. There's the needle. I get messages on Discord. I've started writing articles for pay. They're just on all kinds of topics. I wouldn't recommend going the route I did. I paid a company to find people who needed articles for me instead of me having to search and put out a resume and such. This is my first week, so we'll see how that goes. Why am I going out through the top? That's what happened. It pulled it right there, just like that. And it came back up through the thread, which is not good. Let's check the outside. Yes, it's tight this time. So even doing it twice, it didn't take that long to poke the holes. This sticks out. That's why this side has the large gusset to go over the journal. This goes over this, and yeah, our journal is a bit big. Let's see if we can get it pushed down a little bit. Doesn't matter, we can make a tie to go around it. The notebook didn't help. That's better. Where does this string go to? Did I not trim something? Now you could have put a gear on that hanging down. That would have been kind of fun. I put the ones point up that I can use, that I'm able to hold on to. Okay. And then you can go back and put your pockets in wherever you want on your blank pages to help fill that in. Put some gears in. Glue some gears in, you know, stuff like that. I may do that off camera. I may go ahead and finish the journal up with what, you know, we have left. The gusset is the right size. It just needed a bigger gusset on this side. We should have matched gussets, basically. That's what's going on. Plus, this is helping it lay flatter. When you go to close it, you kind of have to lift it up and over because the gusset isn't quite big enough. Yeah, this flips out. This goes here. Now what we could do, we could open this flip up. Oh, it's a flip out. Can't do that. I was going to say, put a eyelet here on the front and then run a closure through it. Oh, look, we've got this eyelet that's not doing anything. It's just hanging out there. So, I wonder what it would look like if we tied this on there and then wrapped it around twice to hold it shut. Or to hold it down flatter. It stays shut. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the front. Like so. And then just bring it around a couple times. I think I want to maybe this little one. Wait a minute. Doing it backwards. I'm going to go down into the gear, across the back. Back up. And I'd like to just thread it on there and then come back here around the back. Or at the top, either one. And that'll give it a little bit of weight. So that when we put it around the second time and we drop it through, then the gear, oh, it was hanging down too long. Wonder what would happen if we put it around one more time. It goes to the back. So I just need to make this shorter so the gear hangs about here. Looks like this waxed thread doesn't want to tie the tightest. You might want to put a little drop of glue there. So what we do is just slide it up further. That's what I should have done. And then flip it over. Put a second. Not. I'm going to double loop it. Maybe not. Oh, I cut that off way too short. We'll just go with the single knot, and we'll just glue it actually to the gear. How about that? So then this will hang down. I don't want to lay it on top of the acetate while it's drying, and it will hang down and help hold it in place, and that will hold it shut. Of course, we have our gear that's sticking to the magnet that's inside there. But anyway, so that finishes up the project. We're all done. I'm going to look around and see if there was somewhere this came off of. I'll put some more gears on here. I'll get it decorated up. Get the tags inked. Those kind of small things that you do at the end. There's not that many gears left to add, so I'm not going to do it on camera because we're already at 52 minutes. So we're just gonna say this is how we made it. This is how it works. Where's our key? There it is. Can't get in it without the key, right? So there you go. That's our Steampunk Blues. And look, Friday will be the flip through, and it'll have all of his little gizmos, you know, on there, and look even spiffier. It'll be even heavier. Okay, all right, well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the flip through. Bye bye.